Hey guys, it's Mona. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I know I haven't posted anything in a long time, and I apologize. I have recorded many videos. In fact, I actually recorded a video last week about my book of shadows. And just to let you know the technical difficulties that I go through when I try to record, I got a new Kindle. And I recorded the video and went to upload it on YouTube and wasn't able to find it. So when I went back to try to find it and try to upload it, I accidentally deleted it. I don't know how I missed that whole, are you sure you want to delete it, yes or no, but I did. And then I recorded many videos on my phone only to go back and discover that the 10-15 minutes that I had talked, it had recorded 6 seconds of it. The ones that I did record, I had originally thought that I uploaded them, and I had not. That's what you get for being sleep deprived for 6 months. So anyway, so a little bit of an update, because I thought, you know, the video that I recorded last week was about Ostara and what was going on here, and a quick update. So a quick update for me. We moved into our new place, which is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath duplex, President's Day weekend in February. We still do not have our furniture. We have the furniture that was in the storage unit, which was mainly my furniture. We do not have our bed or our couch yet, because we have been unable, due to Murphy's Law kind of reasons, that we have not been able to get our furniture. So I've been sleeping on an air mattress, and my boyfriend's been sleeping on a futon, because we have a king size bed and the air mattress is a queen size and the futon is a double, and one or both of us try to hog the bed at night and it is not conducive to sleeping, and we would sleep on it. We would sleep on the air mattress together, however, it's not comfortable for him. So we've been sleeping in separate beds, which is not a big deal. Because we both go into the other room to cuddle in the morning or whatever. And we both spend time with each other, so it's not like it's a big deal. Right now he is visiting his daughter back where we're both from. And he told me that there were some issues that he needed to talk to me about, so I'm not really worried about it, but I'm just like, oh God, because I had a dream that his daughter got pregnant. His daughter will be 13 in May, so I'm hoping that's not the case. But apparently she's being a teenager. So anyway, so like I said, the video last week that I deleted was on Ostara and also my book of shadows, and I just thought that I'd go ahead and re-record it since I've given you all the update. And at the end of this, I'll give you a really funny confession that I have about myself, about being a horrible bitch. Sorry, coffee, gotta have it. Okay, so last week, in preparation for Ostara, I planted a bunch of seeds. They are actually behind me. It's also barbecue back there, by the way. So they're actually behind me. And as you can see, the marigolds have just come up like nobody's business. A couple of tomatoes have come up, some basil has come up, as well as some oregano. I have more seeds. This is all the seeds. And I'm not done buying seeds either, so I still have to get spinach, beans, corn, lavender, because my lavender's not doing so hot. It was totally my fault. Lavender. I said spinach. I still have a bunch more to get. I have this little book that I recorded. I'll just show you real quick what they are the day that I planted, and this is like a graph of. That's a boot tray. I don't have plant trays, so I bought a boot tray, and you know, L1, C, R1, S2. What's planted in each row. So. You know, that's my little garden journal. I also, for the outside, did a garden plan. Now, if you haven't done this before, you can go to Google and type in square foot garden plan, or just garden planner. I think it's Better Homes and Gardens has one that you can do that you can actually drag and drop plants. It'll tell you how many you can plant in that square foot. It doesn't show you as far as what plants are good to plant with each other and what plants aren't, which is called companion planting. So that's something that you actually have to research on your own. As you can see, this is my plan for next to our fence. It is 8 foot by 32 inches, which is very conducive to cinder blocks, which is what I'm using, because inside here we're going to have the vegetables, and then around the outside is where I'm going to plant the herbs. And I've even got, how many, where was it, 20 openings. So there's going to be 20 openings for the herbs in there. And then I've found out I can plant 24 corn plants in a 2x6 bed. You can't beat that. And then here, this is a 4x6 bed. In a 4x6 bed, you can plant 20 beans. This is plants, 20 bean plants, 4 okra, 4 pepper, 2 squash, 3 zucchini, 2 eggplant, and 32 spinach. So, you know, and this is on the back of what I've planted in that. So that's my garden stuff. Still have a lot more to do. And the backyard was horrible, by the way, horrible. So, what I really wanted to talk about, which is what I really wanted to talk about last week, my Book of Shadows. I've been bouncing around with how I wanted my Book of Shadows to be for a long, long time. And originally, what I was going to do was I was going to print stuff out, tea stain it, and then put it in a big notebook. Sorry, that's my dishwasher and it's making me a little paranoid. So I was originally going to do that, and I wanted to do the notebook because I can move things around. Like I can go through and reorganize, because it's just something that I do. Like if I don't like the layout of it, then I want to go change it, which is why I didn't want to originally do a bound book, because you can't, you know, if it's bound, you really, once it's done, it's done. And I'd found, I know Ember Honeyraven had showed a great big scrapbook. I had originally I had originally spied, there we go, because I'm not sure what the, anyway, grammatical correctness is. I had originally spied it on Amazon a long time ago, and I thought, oh yeah, I like that. That would be perfect. It's black, it's huge. And then I thought, but once I put something in it, I can't change it. So I thought about the notebook, but I didn't like the thought of, you know, the plastic. I didn't like that. So I found a wooden scrapbook. Sorry, the grackles are molesting my bird feeders. Blame it on the grackles. So I found a wooden scrapbook that's post-bound, and it's not very cheap, and it's not very expensive on Amazon. And of course, it's 13 by 13 or 12 by 12. But anyway, and I thought, you know, I really like that. I'd also found a wooden and leather book that was absolutely gorgeous that I believe the Italian made, but it's $300 and something and only has 50 pages. So I thought, well, you know, I could get this wooden scrapbook and some leather and make what I want. And so I haven't gotten it yet because I'm still playing around with it. And I'm sorry, if you can't tell, I think this is contact dermatitis from something, and so I'm not sure if it's contact dermatitis, if it's my eczema, but I'm broke out on quite a few places on my body, and I haven't changed anything. So I'm sorry. I thought I'd share that because I'm sitting here scratching, which I always do. I'm sorry. So where was I? So the book. And, you know, I thought, you know, let me hold off on this because I'm liable to change my mind. So right now I don't have a Book of Shadows like an heirloom Book of Shadows that I can pass on, because I am still learning and I still don't know how I want to do it. But I do have a workbook of shadows, which I'm going to show you. So originally I started out in one of these. Actually, I originally started out in this. And it started out as me printing off stuff and just taping it into the book and going, oh, I like that. Oh. I thought, you know, none of this is my stuff. So, and I thought, I don't really want to haul this around everywhere. and it's pink. And I like pink, but I don't want my book of shadows to be pink. So this is my workbook of shadows. And it doesn't bother me so much that it's pink, because who would ever think anything pink would be worth looking at? So so sorry. Allergies. I'm okay. If you can see this right here, that lump, that's tonsil. That's what I live with every year until I get them taken out. Okay, sorry. So, because I didn't want to haul this around everywhere because it is somewhat heavy, it has, it doesn't say. I have one of these. And so in the very front, I have a bunch of poems, quotes, things like that. 13 Goals and 9 Virtues. And then I'd started a book of mirrors. And I'm like, you know what, I can't remember to journal every night. And then I've just got some basic stuff in here because I thought, well, I'll just make this my workbook of shadows and make the other my main book of shadows. And then I changed my mind again. So you see the pattern here. So, which, you know, kind of sucks because when I was doing this, I was, you know, actually doing stuff that you're supposed to do and drawing, and you know, I was rather proud of that. It wasn't perfect, but I was proud of it. It's the wheel of the year, and I actually am rather proud of my little leaf sheaves there. And then I was going to do, and I'll show you in my big one what I did for each Sabbath. And then spells and recipes that I find online and on YouTube. I will write them down as I find them or as the person says them. But then when I transcribe them into my book of shadows, I change things so that it's more geared towards me. And I don't care to share them with you. You know, a lot of them are from Brenda Crozier and Ember Honey Raven and Sunshine Morning Ray and Lady Grave Dancer. So, and then there's a couple originals from my own, and that I've actually done, that I haven't, I'm sorry, I have to blow my nose, that I haven't cast yet, and I'm sorry you're having to look at my big old butt. But, I'm looking forward to that barbecue, by the way. But, oh, squirrel. That's fitting. What was I saying? Oh, I haven't cast some, but I wrote them out, and I like how they turned out. So this is my working book of shadows. Like I said, I originally cut and paste stuff into here, but I like this, so I probably am going to keep this way whenever I do my main book. This is just a little doodle I drew that I like, and so I have a lot of envelopes in here, and this is to book blessings that I found that I liked. But I have a lot of envelopes because I'll just stick stuff in here to add later. I left in the Witch's Rite of Chivalry and the Witch's Creed because they are rather important. Witch's 10 Commandments, 13 Goals of a Witch, the 9 Noble Virtues, and it, you know, I originally, like I said, I had stuff pinned to here or taped there. But this is the Witch's Chant, and then the Witch's Ballad, and then this has what's on here: Charge of the Goddess, the Crone, the God, and the Horned God. They were originally on these other pages, and I moved them. The Wheel of the Year, this was originally how I was going to do, I'm sorry, you can't see. This was originally how I was going to do my book of shadows, and I changed my mind. Shocker. But it's got a little bit about the Sabbats. And then each Sabbat has its own page and its own picture. And I've got things on here like what the date is, like February 2nd for Imulk, Ostara vernal equinox, what it's also known as or what its significance is, what like For Ostara, time to prepare for future planting, start seeds, and traditionally celebrate fertility. The symbolism, the god and the goddess at this time. I'm also going to go back and do correspondences for it. And then Beltane, this is my, and I don't know who the artist is, and I apologize. I have it somewhere, but this is my all-time favorite Beltane picture. I absolutely love this picture. And that will be going in Book of Shadows with the credit to the artist. So that's on the sabbats, and then I do have a little thing on the espests here, and this is a picture of the goddess Diana. And no, I have not picked out my goddesses or gods yet, and then the moons for each month. I'll read, since we're in March. March, also known as Ash Moon, Storm Moon, Moon of Winds. Time to look at financial goals, create balance in your life, luck and money spells. Correspondences are green, yellow, lavender, Time, High John the Conqueror, Bethany, Bloodstone, Aquamarine, and the element of water. I've got that for each moon. And then phases of the moon. And then over here, what magics can be done. And as you can see, I hand wrote additions in here, which is why I decided to make this my working book of shadows, because why the hell not? Plus my handwriting in some of this is atrocious. Days of the week, times of the day. Plus I don't like how I just pasted a bunch of stuff in here. Tools. The elements. And then the elements with their correspondences. Colors. Chakras. Basic candle shapes and basic herbs, which I've been working on, which will cover some more pages. Sacred trees, which I'm adding, you know, a lot more trees than the original, which I will have just the sacred druid trees, but I'm adding other trees as well. And then this, I really like that page divider. I don't necessarily know that it goes with the border, but I can always find another border. And then a little blurb on basic candle magics. And then spells and recipes here. I was originally going to do one per page, and I thought, you know, that's really a waste. So then I thought I'll just do this little line with a dot and do that. So, you know, I've got, here's the new moon checks. And inside of here is actual blank new moon checks. You know, this has got spells, blessings, oils, waters, and I'm still working on it. This has a few spells in it that I have to transcribe, and when I do, I will be probably ripping out everything out of here and storing it in the back of this main one, just for safekeeping. And let me show you back in the back, more envelopes. This has crystals, planets in the zodiac, and that's all I've got in it right now. This is a picture of the wheel of the year that I really like, but the resolution's really bad. So see, not really that interesting. Oh, here's another one. This has got symbols, alphabets, runes, and glyphs. There's a bunch of them in here, because when I do transcribe them, I do want to do them in my own hand. So until then, I've got them hanging out back here. So that's it. That is my working book of shadows. It's nothing fantastic, and I need to make, you saw a ribbon fell out, I need to make a marker for it, like a book marker thing for it with ribbons. But that's that. I mean, that's really it. It's nothing fancy. Oh my God, the grackles! Whew. If you don't know what a grackle is, it's a blackbird, and they're very pretty. They have an iridescent blue head and kind of like a greenish cape, brownish greenish. I'm sorry, I can't see very well right now. And they kind of take over your backyard. Like, I don't know who put the word out that I have food in my backyard, but they literally have just, there's no seed left in the bird feeders. and I had a terracotta dish sitting on the stump that I had put food in for the squirrels, and apparently they knocked it over, so there's food all over. I mean, I may have volunteer sunflowers, volunteer corn, and volunteer millet come up in the backyard. But anyway, I'm going to cut this video short because it's gone on 20 minutes, and I apologize. But that's an update on me, a little bit about what I did for Ostara, and my Book of Shadows. Until next time, love you guys. Blessed be.